Orleans, Louisiana on a gorgeous evening. The Lakers in the lead.
And one of the things you like about the Lakers, their ability to go out on the road and win. In fact, last season, they were 27-14 away from Staples Center.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. So the Hornets 5 right now. Ariza is the 3 with West and Okafor rounding out the front court. Chris Paul is out there with Willie Green. And the Lakers, Clark, a smart veteran team, we know that. How much of an asset is that to winning on the road?
You can't overstate it. I mean, it's really huge, Kevin. Keeping your composure, staying focused, understanding what's coming and what you need to do to seize games on the road. Some folks call it that killer instinct. And those are the things you have to be able to do. And the Lakers, quite honestly, a terrific example of all of that.
They get a hand on it. Out of bounds, and they retain possession. Now let's take a look at the most efficient scorers in the NBA from last year's campaign. You take a look at Okafor. So solid around the basket, currently 3rd in the league.
Now that's the name of the game for him, just putting the ball in the bucket. How about the season he had a year ago?
And Green gets it to go.
Great execution coming off that inbounds play.
Well, after years of never making it to the postseason, Emeka Okafor was finally able to change that last year with the Hornets.
Pass to Barnes. And here's Kobe from the arc. Gets it to go. Kobe's got 25 points. Well, back to Okafor. It took him, Clark, 7 years in the league to make it, but the playoffs, that appearance, payoff there, very sweet for him. A guy who had put in a lot of years, Steve, to try to get there, and he finally did a season ago.
Yeah, what a season for Okafor, and to be able to play with Chris Paul, I think really advanced his game offensively. And he did a nice job in that series, too. He had to go against Gasol and Bynum, and that's a difficult matchup, but he played a big hand in the fact that New Orleans took L.A. to 6 games in that first-round series.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. Andrew Bynum's checked in for Odom. Artest comes in for Matt Barnes. And Derek Fisher is subbed in for Steve Blake. Fisher can't hit.
This is not the start to the second half they want. Coming out shooting just 1 of 4.
Here's Ariza. Off target from 3-point range. Out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. Here's a look at the schedule for the Los Angeles Lakers. They get to take on the Magic at Orlando after this one. That'll be the second of this 2-game road trip. New Orleans making some changes. Landry comes in for Emeka Okafor. And it's Bellinelli in for Willie Green. So it's the Lakers now, getting their first look of the season at this Hornets team.
And you go back to last year in the postseason. Remember, they sent this team packing when they met in round 1. So I would expect a really good battle here tonight.
Paul kicks it to West. Bynum on him. West against Bynum. Releases from 15. And the Hornets miss again. And you know, like Steve mentioned, a matchup like this can spur a bit of extra intensity with the recent history being what it is.
Oh, yeah, no doubt about that, Kevin. I agree. I mean, you always want to show up strong, but definitely this is a game both teams want to win. Pride is a real factor here.
Fisher hits the reach-in call. That is his first foul of the game. Lamar Odom is checked in for Pau Gasol. Here's Bellinelli. Here's Ariza. And that time, also a missed shot.
That was a layup. I mean, you've got to knock that down. You've got to convert when you get those opportunities. The Hornets were hit by the injury bug last season as Chris Paul missed some time, and then, of course, losing David West for the year in March. That was painful.
That first time out of the game called for New Orleans. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
And I thought there were some very creative things that they tried at the offensive end. They got great movement and spacing, and it really paid off for them.
Well, me too, Steve. I mean, we both like to view ourselves as students of the game, and I was really impressed with a lot of the set plays they ran. They knew exactly how to attack that defense.
And back to Okafor. He's checked in for Trevor Ariza. Doesn't it always seem, Clark, like the Hornets get injured with key players at the wrong time?
Well, you go back to last season, Kevin, the West injury was huge. I mean, you would love to see what a fully healthy, rested Hornet squad can do in the playoffs. Hasn't been the case recently.
And the year before, Chris Paul blew a knee, and it just seems like every year there's something. Fisher against Paul. The pass to Bellinelli. 5 to shoot. He passes it to West. Pulls it up. He drains the turnaround jump shot. West has got 8 points.
You look at their scoring. Mid-range jumpers account for 6 of their last 10 points.
Well, defensively, they're doing a nice job of keeping them out of the paint, but you got to give them credit. They're knocking down shots. Tipped. Great job playing the passing lanes and forcing that turnover.
Chris Paul again. Now it's just a 3-point Laker lead.
Boy, that was a nice little finger roll to finish the play. Splendid finish.
Kobe's shot is off. And here comes Paul. 11 points in the game. Guys, they've been getting it done.
They sure have been. I mean, really looking good and sharp offensively.
Yeah, knocking down the open shots and really getting a nice flow to their game.
Here's West. Good, and Paul gets the assist. West has got 4 this quarter.
That's 10 straight points on mid-range jump shots.
You know, to paraphrase a Bible verse that says, love covers over a multitude of sins, good shooting does the same thing in basketball.
Paul for 3, and he beat the buzzer, but it's no good. And as we conclude the third quarter, what a game, neither team giving ground. You look at Kobe Bryant in this game, I mean, he has been everywhere.
Well, why eat at the drive-thru when you can sit down at the buffet and have all you can eat, Clark?
Well, I know you've been listening, partner. I like that. That's exactly what you need to do. Take advantage of what's available.
Lakers lead by 1.